Okay, I just dared Matt to start it that way, and he did.
You know what? I'm finding out Matt is basically a trained monkey. He does whatever Deb says to do. He just does it.
You know, we should just do this, like when they go up to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to Indy's Morning Show podcast.
After hours.
We're feeling
That's
loopy because we've been up since like 3-something in the morning.
Yeah. It's been a wild day already.
Can we talk about the fact that we almost had to stop the show this morning?
I think we have to talk about
it. Can we seriously? Are you okay with that? I mean, it's kind of a personal thing, so I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Absolutely. And this is kind of lead into a different conversation as well, too. But Deb, you were super sweet this morning, and you do this actually every day that you bring stuff in where you share with everybody. And I love that. I feel like if we went to elementary school together, like you would be the one to be like, oh, I brought one for everybody.
Yeah, I've got extra glue, Matt.
Yes.
You forgot yours.
Yeah.
However, today was not the day to share.
No.
I shared blackberries, which is one of my favorite fruits. And you ate them a couple of weeks ago and we were fine.
Yeah.
And then today you ate them and I started noticing you were losing your voice and you were very calm, but you handed the plate back to me and you said, hey, Deb, I don't think I'm going to finish these. I'm having an allergic reaction.
Well, I'm going to recreate it.
Okay.
Hey, Deb, I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to hand these back to you because and we're like, are you okay, man? It's okay. My throat's just kind of swelling up a little bit. It'll be okay.
But you do have an allergy to tree fruit,
we didn't know
right?
that.
Yeah. So tree fruit, apples, cherries, peaches. Those are kind of I call it the maple genome because that's kind of how it was explained to me. Because I'm like, how am I supposed to figure out what fruits? Like all fruits? No, not all fruits.
But for those listening who are going, well, you ate them 2 weeks ago. What happened?
Yeah, I think it was just because I only had like one or two last week. And then we actually had a plate that was kind of distributed where there was probably like 10 or 15 on there.
Yeah.
And I was going like ham on them, man.
Yeah.
I was like throwing them down like nobody's business.
It could be, and I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on the radio, but it could be that in addition to that, you are going on just a couple of hours of sleep. So your body's already fatigued.
I don't know. He lost his voice.
Well, I'm just saying that reaction might have been accelerated because his body was already fatigued.
Well, the most interesting
that's why you got that
part about this, because I think you're onto something there too, that there's, my body wasn't able to react because I took an allergy medicine.
And you seem to be fine now.
And it started working, fairly quickly. But I have not always been allergic to apples and cherries and these, it was an allergy I grew into. So this is my worry right now.
Yes.
Is that these fruits that I thought I could eat before, now I'm becoming allergic to those as well.
Right.
Which would be a really big issue for me because I don't eat a lot of fruit in general, but the ones that I do, like blueberries, raspberries,
you had a banana the other morning.
Banana. Yeah. Like my window of vitamin C and those fruits slowly closing like my throat was.
Diminishing.
So, I'm not to laugh, but so next week's contest, we feed Matt fruit and see how he reacts.
What won't make Matt die?
We shouldn't laugh.
Okay,
we shouldn't laugh.
Let me just tell you a little background on me. I have an allergy to carrageenan, which is in a lot of ice creams, toothpaste.
It's a thickening agent.
Yeah, thickening agent. So salad dressings and all that kind of stuff. And I have an EpiPen that I carry with me in case I were to eat something because I too swell up like that. And we talked about it one time on the radio, and the doctor even suggested make sure you know how to use the EpiPen. Maybe let your coworkers know how to use the EpiPen. Every time I nearly sneezed, Deb was ready to stab me. It was just
how about now?
Can I do it now? Can I do it now? Like, no, I am fine. She's chasing me around the building.
I asked you, do you have an EpiPen? And you don't carry one.
No, but they're so, like, I'm not going to get a soapbox, but they're friggin' expensive.
No, they're horrible.
They're so expensive.
Yeah, it's kind of your life.
Yeah, even with insurance.
And then they expire.
We'll figure. Yeah, then they expire.
Yeah,
which I don't know. Do they really? Or
I carry an expired
Let's
one
find
around.
out.
Exactly. But I used to have one, and I have a bee allergy as well.
Oh,
and I had a reaction. It was on my birthday too. I got stung by a bee, and it was right in my arm, right by the elbow area, but it swelled all the way like up. Or no, it was my hand actually swelled all the way up to my elbow. Is what it was. And so I was nervous about that. Went to the doctor, and they told me like, yeah, you probably need to use an EpiPen and get that in. So they like stabbed myself in the thigh, and you can't just stab it and let it go. Like you stab it, and you hold it for like 10 seconds or something.
Let the medicine get in there.
So here I am, like, pow, get it. And I'm sitting there waiting, like, this is uncomfortable in so many ways.
Yeah.
But it worked. I wasn't going into anaphylactic shock or anything like that.
So let me make a little note here. Buy bubble wrap for Matt.
Yes.
We need to wrap you in bubble wrap.
Absolutely. If you've got a weird allergy, so we are streaming this live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram. all of the platforms. So if you're streaming this, you're watching this, if you got a weird allergy, you can absolutely join the conversation right here and comment about your strange, or we can try mixing it up too. If you want to try to call us
right
now,
now,
you can do that.
Why not?
While we're live?
Yeah. 317-255-9367.
We think
it's
this will work.
supposed to work.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Throw it to the wolves, right?
We'll see. Yeah, because if you have a weird allergy or maybe a close call, we'd love to hear your story.
And I want to backpedal a little bit. We're not making fun of Matt. We were not making fun of. Yeah, we were.
No, it's fine.
No, actually, we were concerned.
We were concerned. We kept saying, Matt, are you okay?
Do you need something to drink?
He really downplayed it.
He did downplay it.
He was like, no, I'm fine.
Because I know. It's like, I could feel it was just really uncomfortable is what it was.
Yeah.
So blackberries work then.
Yeah. Yes, my plan is working. That's actually the first. Kevin's like, can I go get you water? And Deb's like, now I know.
Now I know.
Now you would have felt really bad, Deb.
Oh, he knows I'm kidding. I just was sharing.
Totally.
But cherries, blackberries, what are the other? Now we know about blackberries, but what are the other no-goes for you?
Apples for sure.
No apples?
Yeah, apricots. Peaches. All of those ones I avoid.
You said no honey or no bees.
No bees.
So
cats.
no honey. Cats? You're allergic to cats?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I can have honey.
You can have honey.
Yes.
Okay. What about you said something else earlier? Cats? Oh, dust. You're allergic to dust. My son is allergic to a lot of those outdoor. Yeah. If he's around grass, grass makes him have welts all over him.
Oh,
grass. Dog. He's allergic to dogs. So yeah.
We have Cash on Instagram that says I have a weird allergy to nickel. I wasn't always allergic to nickel, but in my later years it had developed.
Well, just collect dimes instead.
Yeah. Right.
Dang.
This guy. Look at Kevin.
Dimes. Thank you, Kevin.
It is weird.
I start to ignore the dumb jokes after a while.
It is weird though how you think about you don't have allergies and then you grow into allergies and you can't find out about them until you find out about them.
That's true.
So it's like you put yourself in a weird situation. So I can imagine Nichols like getting change back at the cash register and be like, oh crap.
I can't have that. Yeah. I'm not allergic to anything except for I think maybe Kevin's jokes sometimes.
Yeah, I think I bring the worst out of you in that respect.
Have you guys heard of a nickel allergy before?
No.
Okay, this is strange because Kelly also commented nickel allergy is also one I've dealt with since middle school. I've never heard of that before.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay, so that I would assume means like allergies to like certain jewelry where you have like nickel plated type rings.
I would think so.
Earrings and things like that.
Creates rashes and things like that. Yeah.
Kevin, you were talking about getting another ear piercing this morning.
Yeah.
So
I was just joking. I wasn't going to, but
and for those who are listening and watching, Kevin had his ear pierced
with Matt.
Yes, as part of the radiothon. And if you're not seeing the earring, it's because he took it out.
Immediately, which is
no, I kept it there for 24 hours.
You did, yes. But I mean that in the sense that where it would heal, right? Yes. So because I have a piercing here that I got when I was like 4 years old, and it hasn't closed. I could still put an earring in it.
Well, when we did that for the event, that your ear piercings come with two. I only wanted one, so Matt's like, well, don't let that thing go to waste. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So we became earring buddies.
Your ear pierced at 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well, let me tell you this story. You guys want to hear about this? Because
this is Matt's behind the scenes stories.
This is so my dad was not my mom and my dad were not together, right? And so they had split custody, but as sometimes when you have a bitter divorce and whatever, sometimes you do things that kind of just pokes at the other parent, right?
Right.
And that was kind of what happened where my dad took us for the weekend or the night. I don't remember which it was because again, I was 4. And he said, hey, you want to go get your ear pierced? Because it was really cool at that time, right?
But knowing mom wouldn't want you to have it.
Yeah, right. And so I'm like, oh, I don't know. And he goes, well, I'll take you bowling afterwards. I'm like, well, yeah, I want to go bowling for sure. So needless to say, I went bowling.
But because of that one decision,
your
ear's still pierced.
Absolutely.
Jeez.
What a great story. You know? I mean,
wow.
So kind of an interesting thing. Anyways, it's funny. We had Katie says, I don't have any allergies, but I did get hives when I was younger. Sun allergies, also interesting too.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a sun allergy when I go to like Arizona, it's a place where it's dry heat and stuff, and there's high impact on sun.
Wow.
I can get like a sun rash on my hands and my arms too. which is disgusting. But
wow,
I just should never leave anywhere or do anything.
I don't think you should leave the house.
Yeah.
So it's probably a good thing you grew up in Wisconsin and Michigan. The colder weather.
Well, not really, because that's where the maple trees are.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
I just could. And that sucked. So living in Michigan for 6 years, I love the area. People are amazing.
Sure.
Great, beautiful scenery. But the trees, the pollen from the cherry tree, like all of these things.
Pollen can be such a huge thing for people.
Yeah. Oh, it was miserable during the spring and the fall.
Yeah.
Oh, so bad.
I'm guessing you take Flonase or something. A nose spray,
listen,
no?
I have no idea. Zycam.
Okay,
the only
Zycam,
product
same
that I
thing.
use. Sorry. Shameless plug. Yes, I carry it with me all the time, honestly.
Yeah,
though.
because otherwise you can't breathe.
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty wicked. But yeah, I use it every day, usually 1 or 2 times. And you're not supposed to, but it's the only thing that works.
Yeah.
And I don't
What's
know.
interesting though is, and Matt did downplay it, but you had a small allergic reaction and you lost your voice within 10 minutes or so. And this is your livelihood. So you got to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially like fall and spring allergies when you have drainage due to allergies too.
Are you loving this conversation?
This is so good. Get to know Matt. Actually, Cash says, so Matt, what you're saying is you need to stay in a bubble. Yes. An allergy-free bubble.
Is that our friend Cash?
No.
Oh, okay. Different Cash.
Cash.
Okay.
Kelly on Facebook has a comment here too. Let's share that. Says, my youngest daughter had a pair of jeans that the button of them had nickel and it started making a hole in her stomach. No.
Oh, you're kidding me.
That sounds awful. I also have a niece that her body will break out in a rash. She has to be careful about what she eats because some foods have nickel in them.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You ever eaten nickels before, Kevin?
Not that I know of.
Not intentionally,
Not
but making a hole in her stomach, that's some serious stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's
scary.
Deanna also says, I have developed allergies late in life. Deanna, which allergies, if I can ask? It's interesting, I just never thought about that stuff. Yeah. What would you hate to be allergic to? Like out of all of the allergies that you know.
Well, and again, we're not making fun of people with allergies at all.
No,
Matt is one. I have an allergy as well.
I am an allergy.
Can you imagine not being able to eat pizza?
No. Oh my God.
But some people can't. Gluten.
Yeah.
Some people can't unless they're, it's a special crust, a specialty of some
Or for you, Matt, you enjoy an occasional beer. What if you couldn't have beer?
Barley and
because of the allergies and that.
That would be rough. Peanuts too.
Oh,
like,
I love
kids
peanut butter.
Yeah. There's supposedly something that's supposed to, like scientists have figured it out where there's like a pill or something that you could take that counteracts that. So I haven't heard much on it beyond mainstream distribution, but there's hope for those people is what it sounds like.
Well, and there's a lot of nut butters that, imitate the peanut butter that you can substitute that. And we come so far.
Yeah.
I have a family member who has a food allergy. But it's good that there's so many now things on the market. You can go buy things to make a cake with the stuff that he's allergic to. So he doesn't feel like he's not a part of whatever everybody's having. So that's one good thing is there's so much more options now.
Yeah.
And maybe when you were younger, there wasn't.
Yeah. Like people who are, I don't want to say lactose intolerant, but maybe even allergic to like milk. Now you think about all the almond milk and oat milk and goat milk and all these other options that are out
exactly.
there. There's so much more variety.
Our oldest son was allergic to milk early on, but then interestingly, soy milk was so expensive in his toddler years, but then he outgrew it, which is interesting. You developed yours later in life, but he was able to outgrow his.
Yeah. Well, and that's what Deanna said was tree pollen as well as what she grew into later in life too. So Deanna, thank you very much for sharing that with us. And imagine if Deb was allergic to coffee beans.
Oh, wow.
Or cake.
You know what? Starbucks would go out of business.
Right. One more thing here from Kelly before we wrap things up. She says being gluten-free or dairy-free is very challenging and definitely makes it harder to eat, especially out at restaurants or other places. I went to Maggiano's recently and talking about allergies. They actually had a manager or chef come out and explain, like, hey, here's how we do things.
They're good about that. Yeah.
It was fantastic. I was so impressed.
My nephew's wife has celiac. Is that what you say? And when they go to restaurants, they'll say, "Oh, it's gluten free," but she has to like double check that it really. I mean, because she really is allergic to it. So that's tough. Boy, I feel bad for those people.
That is tough. Kelly, one more comment here says, as for me, I'm like Matt. My friends and son say that I should be in a bubble as well. Allergies to mess a computer screen. to mess a computer screen long. I'm not sure. Extremely allergic to hardwood trees and strawberries.
Yeah. Oh, that's Kelly. We know Kelly. Kelly's had her son in here before. I think he's played Can't Be Deb.
Yeah. Well, I will say strawberries. If I was allergic to strawberries, that would ruin. Oh my God, I would.
He did it again.
Be so
ruined.
Oh, I did it again. It would ruin my day.
That's made that a one-syllable word. Ruined.
Yes, ROOND. And then one more, Kathy. I don't know if that is a true allergy, but when I eat green olives and specifically the brand Fritos, my tongue will swell and tingle, and the rest of my body will swell just enough for me to recognize the swelling. It usually doesn't happen until hours after I consume them. I still eat them.
Oh my gosh.
With caution.
I don't know if I'd eat them at all.
Yeah, I will say the green olive sounds like that is an allergy. The Fritos, I don't know if that, I mean, this is me just speaking. I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it sounds like maybe sodium. And that might be causing you to retain more water.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I like that you had to point out that you're not a doctor.
I play one on TV. I play one on the radio.
We know.
Let's unpack that statement for 1 second. Can you imagine going to the doctor and walk in and he's dressed like that? It's a sleeveless Friday for your doctor.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the clinic. Tell me what's going on with you today.
I'm walking out.
If your doctor participates in Sleeveless Friday, you need to find a new doctor.
Do they make sleeveless lab coats? I don't think
they
so.
Should.
For a reason.
Listen,
for a reason.
We'll talk to some people. Anyways, thank you so much for joining the podcast today. We do it every Friday. You can join us live, again, streaming on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or X if you call it Twitter, Instagram, X now. Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all the places. Thank you. And we'll be back next week.
Yep, next week. Hope everybody has a great weekend.
All right. See y'all.
Take care.
Bye.